Oh, what a night. Wemby went and he dropped 50. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. What a game by Victor Wembanyama last night, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. But first, if you'd like to be a sponsor of TSR Sports and a member, all you got to do is hit the thumbs up. And because you guys have been great sponsors, tomorrow night during the Lakers game, live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, at some point in the game, I'm excited. We're giving away a Wemby pop in honor of that 50-point game. So hope to see you in the chat tomorrow. And one lucky winner will take that home. Let's get into the article from ESPN, giving some props to Wemby. Victor Wembanyama scores career-high 50 points and Spurs win and don't start. It was the Wizards. I know it was the Wizards. Wemby was still unstoppable. Spurs star Victor Wembanyama scored a career-high 50 points, including a career-best 8 3-pointers. He went on to say, "My first thought is eventually I want the rest of our performances, the rest of our games, to overshadow this one. I want to make it where in the future, this is just another one." Sounds good to me. Prior to Wemby, the past 3.50. Let's start that sentence over. Prior to Wemby, the past 3.50 games produced by Spurs came in overtime outings. David Robinson in 1994 logged the franchise's most recent 50-point performance in regulation. And guys, I looked into that. I was like, is ESPN wrong? Actually, they're correct. Tim Duncan actually never had a 50-point game in the regular season in regulation. He dropped 53 on December 26, 2001 in an overtime loss. David dropped 71 against the Clippers on July 24th, 1994. So there you have it. Wemby in the history books for our Spurs. Wemby is also the fourth youngest player to score 50 points at 7'4". He's also the tallest to do so. Wemby's previous career high was 40 points on a 131-26 overtime victory against the Knicks in March of last season. I just like seeing Wemby's name just keep showing up in the record books, don't you? Makes you feel good. We have Julie Champagne telling us here, quote, "The big fella, man, when he comes out with that mindset, it's a hard opportunity to deal with." What? Big praise to him, big shout out to him. He's working on his game. I don't know what it was that he took personal, but he took something personal, went out there and hooped. Sure did. Don't make Wemby angry. You wouldn't like him when he's angry. Well, we'll like him when he's angry, but the rest of the NBA won't. Wemby inflicted most of the damage in the third quarter, shooting a perfect 7 of 7 from the floor and 4 of 4 from long range for 19 points to go with 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block. He was probably pretty tired out in the fourth quarter from all that scoring. If you looked at them, they were good rhythm shots. Spurs interim coach Mitch Johnson said the gravity that he occupies or pulls is unique. So when he makes shots away from the basket, it's just going to pull that gravity for sure. Okay? For his career, Wemby has now recorded a 50-point game, a 5x5 game, and a 10-block game. Just 3 other players, Anthony Davis, Hakeem Olajuwon, and David Robinson, can lay claim to those accomplishments since blocks became an official stat in 73-74. That is pretty darn good company. 2 certified Hall of Famers and 1 future Hall of Famer for sure, and Wemby likely, if he keeps playing like this, he's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. It took Wemby 83 career games to record his first 50-point game, the 4th fewest games needed since the ABA merger in 76-77. I'm sorry, when I get excited, I fumble my words, and I'm excited right now about our Spurs. Wemby unleashed. We're going to talk about that unleash in just a moment. Let's go out the article here. Wemby said, "I love to celebrate the small wins and the big ones for a certain amount of time, but tomorrow we're already locked in on the Lakers. I'm going to give myself a little bit of time to reflect. It's definitely a big milestone. It's kind of a private club. It's certainly something I'm proud of, as you should be." Let's get into my 2 cents here, and of course, drop your 2 cents in the comments. So, Wemby becoming a 7'4" Steph Curry, as the title says, not exactly. He's not hitting at the same rate Steph is. Steph's been north of 40%, I think, every year of his career, except for one injury-plagued year we played, 6 games? But right now, Wemby's launching them at a Steph Curry rate, over 10 a game. He's taking step-back threes 5 feet or more beyond the arc. I think he took a three-pointer on the logo last week, correct me if I'm wrong. So in regards to the volume, yes, he's there. But it also should be noted, Victor Wembanyama is only 20. And he has an incredible above-the-rim game that Steph Curry never had. Now, granted, Wemby's over a foot taller. Yes, I understand that. But apples and oranges with the above-the-rim game. And also, Wemby is a better defender. the sky's the limit for this kid. When you look at his year average, you might not be impressed. You look and you say, okay, he's shooting 34% from three. That's not great. That's actually a little below the league average while taking 8 threes a game. But look at his last 3 games since he's gotten into the groove. He's taking over 12 threes a game. 12 is very much Steph Curry-like, but he's shooting a blistering 54% from 3 over those 3 games while averaging 36 points per game in only 33 minutes per game. He literally is becoming unstoppable, and I'll be the first to admit, and I'm always glad to be wrong if it's for the betterment of our team. I was one of the naysayers of saying, stop taking the threes, you're shooting too many threes, and seeing him go 1 of 8 or 2 for 9, you can understand where we're coming from, right? But now that it's like, it's Wemby unleashed, and Mitch Johnson just saying, go be you, and oh my goodness, what a treat he was last night. All right news on the Wemby front. I want to close the video out, though, addressing the Pop situation, because I haven't done that in a video yet. The recent news that he had a mild stroke. I've given it some thought, and where I stand, Spurs fans, I think he should retire from coaching. A lot of you seem to be on the same page. Health first. He's 75. Stroke's nothing. That's a serious thing that happened to him. Stay in the front office. Do your thing. He'll probably be in the front office until he's no longer with us. But as far as coaching, I think it's time to hang him up. Will Mitch Johnson be the coach of the future? I don't know. We didn't think Pop was going to be the coach of the future when he took over back in '96, did we? That worked out pretty good. Mitch seems to have the guys playing well, and he's just letting Wemby be Wemby. So, Pop, wish you the best. Whatever he does, I'll support it, but I have a feeling it's probably time to hang him up. Spurs fans, your thoughts on the way Wemby's been playing lately and the team in general. We're not even at full strength yet. We're at 500. Tough game against the Lakers tomorrow night, but we're not at we're at 500. And the team is starting to play better. Castle in the starting lineup is looking good. And I saw a stat last night, correct me if I'm wrong, but the lineup of Wemby, Barnes, Champagnie, Castle, and Paul has one of the best net ratings in the NBA. Who knew? It's kind of hard to bust that lineup right now while they're playing very well. I know Devin Vassell's back and should be starting, but maybe he shouldn't be because our bench has been awful, constantly giving up leads. Maybe having Devin on the bench will help, and then when Sohan comes back, what happens there? Who knows? It's a good issue to have too many guys that you now want in the starting lineup. It is such a good time to be a Spurs fan. I keep saying that. What this kid is doing is even beyond my expectations at this point, and I'm glad to share this ride with you. And wow, I'm excited. I'm excited. Hope you're excited. Hit the thumbs up, like, support the channel as we said at the beginning. Drop a comment about everything that's been happening this week. See you tomorrow night for the Lakers game. Thank you. And as always, go Spurs go.
Wemby.